Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
This is Conversations with Mike Sparks.
Are you concerned with the state of America, your state, your community? Then you're in the right place. State Representative Mike Sparks. He and guests are here to talk about local politics, history, faith, and freedom.
All right, so this is Conversation with Mike Sparks. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. Got a spooky show tonight. Going to be really scary. It's even scarier when Roger wants to talk about his favorite band, the Village People. And anyways, buddy Roger Thomas, he kind of helped set this up. He's got so many relatives, man. I mean, cousins and aunts and uncles and in-laws and outlaws. And
what are you trying to say?
Man, he's got so many
you trying
relatives.
to say this guy is kin to me?
You got
is.
kinfolk everywhere. I think you're even kin to the mayor, aren't you?
Maybe. Are you kin to the mayor?
No.
Okay. No.
Well, I mean, you're kin to everybody, you know.
But I do know the mayor. My mom used to babysit her dad, you know.
Yep.
But hey,
Yeah.
anyway.
But go ahead on your band you're talking
before
about.
we get going, I got some buddies out at Nashville. I used to run around these guys in the early 70s. And they were in a band back then, and they're an Allman Brothers tribute band. They do the double drums and all that, and, the double lead guitars. And anyway, they're called the, like I said, the Allman Brothers Tribute. They're going to be playing at the Mockingbird Theater in Franklin at the Factory Friday, November the 7th from 7 o'clock. For bookings, you can call 615-943-6312 or Taylor Jones 451 at gmail.com. Like I said, man, these guys are great. They were back then, and I've listened to some videos, and they're still kicking it. So if you can, get out to see them.
You like the Allman Brothers?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
your favorite song?
Yeah, I've seen them, huh? I guess Ramblin' Man and maybe, Sweet Melissa, Greg Allman. If my wife's not listening, I've been out with Debbie Allman, Greg's first cousin.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, I told you, I hope my wife's not listening. She was
You're
asleep when I
wild.
left.
You kind of a wild guy back in the day, weren't you?
Yeah, but I wasn't that East Fork guy like you
You're
were,
hanging out
man.
at East Fork. I wonder if anybody even knows what we're talking about. There's like 5 guys that know what we're talking about. Like, shame on them.
Oh, yeah, and Rooster Bean,
terrible.
Bean Brothers Barbecue, they're open 7 days a week now. They're open
Really?
Sunday from
Now,
11
his
to
wife's
3.
Laura, right?
Yeah.
No, was she Dallas Cowboys cheerleader?
I think she was, but,
But he
Rooster-
played for Dallas.
Yeah, 1 year, he played 82. And also, Lori's brother is Sonny Curtis, which was one of the Crickets in Buddy Holly and the Crickets back in the day.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, you know everybody. You know a lot of history.
I know a lot of, not the good stuff that makes you money, though.
Where all the dead bodies are buried. Before we get into our show, I want to give a shout out to the Journey Home. And if folks don't know what the Journey Home is, they just they help with homeless population here in Rutherford County and Murfreesboro. And just going over to McDonald's, they got me my coffee, and I did half and half caffeine and half decaf. I usually don't do that. And but anyways, we're seeing a rise of homelessness, and you don't take a long look to your right or your left, or when you walk out of this station, you'll see 2 or 3 people walking by. So shout out to them for helping. Scott Foster, the executive director, and all those churches and others that have stepped up, Volunteer Behavioral Health and others, because a lot of this, when you see homelessness, a lot of it there is a correlation with mental health and addiction. And, a lot of folks don't have the safety nets that some of us did. So shout out to Shane McFarland, who's been kind of talking about this issue and sees it as a problem. But
And Mike, before you get with your caller calling in, which is affiliated with Halloween, all this month we've been doing the Halloween shows. And like I said, if everybody here just a little bit, we're going to be getting the Shadow Chasers Middle Tennessee, which is Dale and Beth Swain, and hey, you got to be ready for that one. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, they're going to be on the square tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Showtime's tonight.
7 o'clock. So folks can still come out here and meet you at Big B Cleaners
in the breezeway.
Now, did y'all do the tour years ago? I went on a tour years ago. My wife and I did, and they were talking about the underground tunnels off the Murfreesboro Square.
We speak about the underground tunnels.
Yeah,
We've been doing this about 15 years.
15?
So
Oh wow.
Yeah.
if
okay.
there was a MTSU group
yeah.
of history teachers that did storytellers on the square, and they did the ones about the girl that swallowed the snake supposedly, and all those.
Human
Oh yeah,
fly.
we had one of the relatives on here, the
Oh, yeah,
doctor,
yeah.
and yeah,
Last
and we
year.
had the snake, the snake.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was in
pretty
the
wild.
jar.
Pretty wild.
I think it's at the Historical Society now. I believe Dr. Murphy, Steve Murphy.
Yeah.
I think he donated to the Historical Society.
So you all talk about the human fly, the guy that tried to climb the cupola and
Some
failed?
of us do. We each of our guides pick and choose their favorite parts.
Yeah.
So every tour you go on with a different guide is a different tour.
Is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's like Mike's would be about the East Fork, and everybody will learn what that's all about
hang up
when he
there.
talks about
I
that.
did hang out this place, but it wasn't there, that's for sure. Anyways, therefore, by the grace of God, go I. But, on that tour, it was really kind of neat because I've shared this. I've done a little tour. And, my wife pays more attention to stuff than I do.
That's
and, I guess women, more into it and stuff. But, I just want to make her happy. And they're talking about these underground tunnels, and elected officials don't want you to know this stuff. And my wife looked at me because I was a young county commissioner. I popped in Larry Sims' office and said, Larry, you know anything about underground tunnels? And Larry kind of gave me this crazy look. And then what was cool, this was so cool, such a life, I guess, philosophical moment. I was back at a county commission meeting a couple days later, and I asked, happened to see the mayor. And I said, Mayor, I said, you know anything about the underground tunnels? And the mayor gave me this crazy look, like, what the heck you talking about? He was clueless. He was zero clueless, didn't know anything. And then I went to Commissioner Gary Farley, former fire chief Gary Farley. I said, Gary, have you heard of anything? He said, yeah, man, I did hear that when they were doing the road work construction, Public Works uncovered remnants of a tunnel when they were putting in sewer lines or something years ago. So he knew a little bit. And then I went to the custodian, and the girl said, come on, let me take you to him. The janitor knew more than everybody did. And so she literally took me over here at the old coin building right there. And she had the keys to everything. So we went in. It was about 9:30 at night. It was just her and I. And she opens up this door, I guess, to get into the basement and walk down there. You could see a pickaxe where somebody, and you could see where it's rock filled in. And then later she had told me that the story she heard that they covered it in because they had some workhouse inmates working, like they would do. And they got in the tunnel and wound up at Murphy Spring down there at Discovery Center. That's the story I heard. So I'm sure other people have heard different interpretations. Well, I think our caller's on the line. Chuck, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, go ahead. I was telling you, I'll let you talk about. I know some of your safety issues that you're wanting to encourage folks, but go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to remind everybody Halloween's Friday night and to be safe and keep in mind that if you're distracted or speeding, you can take somebody's life.
It can be dangerous. Everybody, dressed in dark clothing. And I heard there was a bad accident the other day with some kids on a hayride. I don't know the details, but yeah, it's, you never know what can happen out there with folks.
No, you can't. And just people got to be mindful of being a Friday night and everybody trying to get home from work. So we just need to be mindful of our surroundings and take our time. It's not worth taking somebody's life.
Yeah. Well, if folks don't know the backstory, you lost your son on Halloween. Was it 4 years ago, Chuck, or 5?
No, it'll be 5 years this year.
5. Yeah. Now, are you going? You're going on with Ed tonight, Raymond?
I'm going on Ed Raymer tonight.
What time's his show start?
8 o'clock.
Oh, 8. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I was somewhere the other day checking out, and there was a little costume there in the back, one of them little wiener dog costumes, and if you ever see the dogs,
Is that what you're going to be this year?
dressed up like, man, and see, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, I was.
You got to be quick.
Me and
Mike.
me and the girl we were talking about Halloween, and I said, when I was a kid, man, we trick or treated like crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah. You'd
That
have a big
was
old
the thing.
pillowcase and just wear it out, man. I mean,
Pillowcase.
Yeah, we big time. We didn't do that.
Oh, for a bag.
No,
But you were the pillowcase. Okay.
no,
Anyways.
that was where to put our yummies in there, buddy. And
But it was a
white.
big thing back in our day growing up, you know?
Yeah, well, I did Halloween at the park for Laverne yesterday, and there were kids with pillowcases, and I laughed.
Yeah, I
'Cause
see.
I remember those days.
Yeah. No, it was a big thing. We didn't have no candy. We were poor growing up. We weren't like the Rogers and all these other Joneses had everything. You know, it was tough, man.
I didn't know what a Coke was till I
That's
was
the only
10.
time we ever got candy was trick or treating. Beth, I bet I went to y'all's house back in the day. That whole neighborhood.
Probably.
You know, was
Is
that
there still toilet paper around in there, Beth? Is that the guy? This is the guy that probably would do it.
another house? Your street, Chestnut. Chestnut. That's
Oh,
right.
wow. We lived
That's
on
right.
Walnut.
Did you? Where at?
Yeah. 101 Walnut, right beside Kerry Todd. The Balcombs live behind us. O'Neill's live to the left of us.
O'Neill's.
You had Lisa Pope and all them.
Oh, yeah.
I was right behind Lisa's house. That's where I lived.
Yeah. You was probably a little toddler then, but
Then Dale Babb, Richard Thomas.
Dale and David Babb and yeah.
Yep.
Gloria Farmer was on our
but
street.
everybody, you would wear it out, wouldn't you? I mean, those you'd go
Yep.
every
Connie
house
Bono,
would give out
Connie
candy.
Bono,
Yeah.
Ed Comer, Scott Comer over there.
Yep.
A lot of. But Chuck, how many folks y'all get out there at Halloween in the park?
I would venture to say it's a couple of thousand. I've never seen
wow.
so many kids
Very
in my
good.
life.
Well, that's the smarter way to do it. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
You got any candy left, Chuck? Bring it with you to the New Hope here next Saturday.
Well,
Fellowship.
I'll be honest with you. Marty donated $150 for candy, and I spent
Wow.
$150 for candy, and I maybe brought home $5 worth of it.
Really?
Really?
That is really good though. Hey, giving it out. Yeah,
Marty's got
that's
a
good, man.
He's got a good heart sometimes.
Well, yeah, and Chuck said he had his 150 out of his pocket too, man.
Yep.
That's good,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I think he's.
spent $300 on it.
Yeah, I think he's calling in. Well, Chuck, we fix to go to break. Any other words about safety?
No, just be safe. Nobody wants to go through what my family's went through.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this real quick, and I don't know if you want to open up about this, but trauma. I mean, we all have kind of our share of trauma, and whether it's post-traumatic stress or other folks that have had. I mean, just yesterday, my wife got a text from somebody, and she said, "You remember so and so?" I'm like, "Yeah." Who committed suicide last year? I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "Well, her husband had a heart attack." She said the daughter said, "I lost my brother, lost my mama, and lost my stepdad, and lost my real dad." And she said, "I'm by myself." And I asked my wife, I said, "Do you stay in touch with her?" And she does. And everybody's kind of got their own storms. But what has helped you kind of cope with your loss and tragedy in your own life?
Volunteering and being active in the community, and I belong to a group called Families for Safe Streets, and I just plug into that stuff, and I try to make it something positive.
Yep.
Even when I don't want to, I try to make it something positive. But that's the thing I tell people when they go through this, or through something similar. Find something to plug into, something to occupy your mind. Don't sit there and dwell on
Yes.
the woe is me's, because that'll eat you alive.
Yeah, nobody knows until it happens to them, do they, Chuck?
They don't, and you know this too, Roger. It's
Yeah.
nothing like burying your child. I mean, just a few months before Nate went, I was planning out my funeral service and stuff, and he was telling me, "Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that." And I'm like, "Write it down and tell your kids, because those are who are supposed to bury you."
Man.
And then, but when I had to plan his funeral, I knew a lot of stuff he wanted because we'd went through it, and his mom was like, "Oh, he wouldn't want that," and I'm like, "No, this is exactly what he wanted.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he wanted."
Well, I heard a pastor say one time this guy was real depressed, and he went to this, I guess, therapist, and he said, "Man, I'm so depressed, just don't know what to get over this depression." He says, "Go feed a homeless person." And I thought, man, that's interesting. Go feed a homeless person. Go find somebody that's battling worse than what we're battling.
It's the one thing I've learned. There's always somebody got it worse than you. When you think you're at your lowest, there's somebody lower.
Amen. Well, well, thanks, Chuck. Connor, let's take a quick break, and we'll
Take
catch
care,
up with
buddy.
Chuck.
I will.
Take care, man.
Give me
Go ahead.
a call later, Mike.
All right, be good. All right.
Okay.
Let's take a
Bye-bye.
quick break, Connor. We'll be right back.
Josh Moss with Affordable Heating and Cooling provides residential HVAC and duct cleaning services to the Middle Tennessee area. With more than 20 years of experience, Josh Moss and the AHC team provide 24/7 service and take care to ensure whatever work you need done is done in a professional, timely manner. Contact AHC at 615-745-1676. That's 615-745-1676. Or go to their website at affordableheatingandcoolingtn.com.
Most people know that their insurance can provide them with coverage for the many life's mishaps. But I can help you also unlock discounts, save money, and get benefits with Farmers Insurance policy perks. Whether we're discussing home or auto insurance, I am here to help you understand these great perks. Call me, Mark Lewis, at 615-625-7070 for a quote, and you can get a whole lot of something with Farmers policy perks.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available at select Farmers branded policies underwritten by Farmers Truck or Fire Insurance Exchanges or affiliates.
Want a flawless look without the wait? Step into the Vanity Zone in Smyrna, where upscale style meets everyday convenience. Specializing in precision cuts, color services, waxing, and more for men, women, and kids. All delivered by highly trained stylists with an eye for detail. And don't miss the signature hot towel refresher, the perfect finishing touch that leaves you feeling clean, relaxed, and ready for anything. Walk in or book now the Vanity Zone in Smyrna. Looking your best is always in style.
Is your car running like a dream, or does it need a little TLC? At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we treat your vehicle like it's one of our own. Let's hear what some customers have to say about Dr. Automotive.
Been coming to them ever since he opened up. Good family. I recommend to other people to get them repaired here because I knew they would do it and do it right. Been happy to send people to him because I trust what he does so much.
We're crazy about him. It's all about the doctor.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
AFFI is Middle Tennessee's premier choice for pest, wildlife, and moisture control. They specialize in those difficult and unique cases. You can reach them by phone at 615-300-2395. That's 615-300-2395. Or stop in at 200 Glenrose Lane in Smyrna.
Hi, this is Allie Dauenhauer with Isaiah 117 House. Isaiah 117 House provides physical and emotional support for children awaiting foster care placement here in Rutherford County. We are changing the way foster care begins, and those kiddos are brought to our house to hang out and wait for a foster family, and they're given everything they need. We support foster children, DCS, and foster families here in Rutherford County. Visit us at www.isaiah117house.com or visit our Facebook page, Isaiah 117 House, Rutherford County.
When I say VFW, you probably have some visions of a smoke-filled bar with a bunch of old-timers eyeballing you. Well, the Stones River VFW is doing things different. No smoke-filled rooms, no turning prospective members away, and a strong emphasis on camaraderie and community. We believe in instilling our American values in our young people through numerous programs such as Voice of Democracy, Patriots Pen, Scout of the Year, and VFW Teacher of the Year. Stones River Post intends on becoming a driving force to help, aid, and assist wartime veterans. So if you're one of those veterans with a campaign medal and you want that sense of purpose that you've been missing, then give our recruiter Andrew Farr a call at 615-490-5715.
Hey, I'm Floyd, and I'm inviting you to join me at CR. That's Celebrate Recovery. We meet at Family Worship Center, 3045 Memorial Boulevard on Sunday at 6 p.m. We're a 12-step Christ-centered program that offers help for all the hurts, habits, and hang-ups that's causing you pain. The program works if you work it, and I'm proof. For other CR groups, go to CelebrateRecovery.com and click on the group finder. Hope to see you soon.
My wife and I enjoy going by Yard Sale Inc. We usually go to both locations, the one in Smyrna as well as the one in Murfreesboro. A lot of times on Saturday mornings we stop by, and their inventory changes weekly, so you never know what you're going to see, and it's mostly open box. The name fits it. It's exactly that. It's a yard sale. If you don't totally agree with the price, the staff is always friendly and nice and willing to work with you.
That's the Yard Sale store in Smyrna at 111 Enon Springs Road West, in Murfreesboro at 204 South Front Street, and online at bestdealintown.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Marcus Manise. I am the founder and executive director of Strong in My Father Youth and Family Services. Our organization is designed to help young men growing up in homes with our father have a better chance at a better life and a better opportunity. Our organization is preventative, so our goal is to prevent kids from going to jail, juvenile, but live out the purpose that God truly has designed for them. For all information on our organization, if you're looking for a mentorship program and your child is between grades 2nd through 9th, we encourage you to go to our website, strongermyfather.org, for more information. Sign up to be a part of Stronger Sons mentorship program, and then we're hoping that this program continue to help your son live out the true dreams that God truly has designed for them.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, it's Mark from the Safe House. Can I have your attention, please? I have an important announcement. Our president has a backbone. Thank you, President Trump. We sleep better knowing our country is protected. And speaking of protection, criminals laugh when you purchase a fake safe from a big box store. There's no better time than now than to visit the Safe House and see what a real safe looks like. Rebates now through the end of July on select brands. Our brands include Liberty, Fort Knox, and Browning. Drop by one of our locations or go to NashvilleSafeHouse.com. And remember, we don't just sell safes, we sell peace of mind.
All right, we're back. Conversation Mike Sparks talking. Going to talk a little paranormal and some ghost tours coming up tonight on the Square, Murfreesboro. Beth and Dale Swain, how y'all doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah, y'all been on the radio before? You said you hadn't?
No.
Okay. Now, tell us the name of your group and why you come up with that name.
Well, we joined a paranormal team in 2008.
Okay.
And the gentleman that ran it was having some health issues, and he left and moved to Georgia. So he said, I'm leaving it with you. So I was like, okay. Well, we couldn't keep his name for the team.
What was the previous name?
Spirit.
Okay.
So we were trying to decide on a name, and I had a dream one night and came up with that name in my dream.
Really?
And that's what
Did you ask for that?
Yeah.
So you prayed about it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because I pay attention to dreams. I mean,
Yeah.
the Lord will talk to you in dreams. It's biblical, and if folks don't believe it, go read your Bible. Dale, why are y'all drawn to this kind of stuff?
Just curiosity of is there an afterlife, or is there something after death?
Think there is? What evidence do you have?
We have pictures
Oh,
of
you do?
things that are unusual. We have EVPs, which are electronic voice phenomena. There's nobody in the room but us, and there's other voices
This place is
that are talking
supposed to be
us.
haunted. WGNS studio.
Really?
Well, that's what I hear.
So-
Allegedly.
Bart,
we've
Bart
got-
may not want me to talk
We've
about
got
it.
a lot of the owners of the buildings around the square that have encountered or what do you call it? Experienced
Yeah, they
paranormal
tell us,
stuff.
They tell us their experiences, and then we go in and investigate and just see.
Well,
what
do they? Is there a way that you don't know what they've said, and then you can confirm?
They
what
usually
they've told
don't
the
tell
people?
us until we're through.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
They just say we've been experiencing things. Can you come check?
Yeah.
So
I'll go in and research the history of the building, what it used to be back in the day, and then follow it up.
Oh, okay.
So,
what sources you use to research the building?
Oh shoot,
CB Arnett's books.
Mink Slide to Main Street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those Main Street people.
Yeah.
Several different
A
books.
lot of the
Yeah.
heritage the Heritage Center information.
Okay. Yeah. Now, where else have y'all went to?
Well, let's see. We've been
It'd be like
to-
Savannah, Georgia. That's
No.
supposed to be the ghost
we haven't
capital
been
or something.
to Savannah yet.
Yeah.
We went to Ashmore Estates in Illinois. It was an old
lunatic asylum.
It started out as a poorhouse,
Like Central
and then they
State on
changed
Murfreesboro Road.
It it would have been similar, but it was at first it was a poor farm where people couldn't pay their expenses or whatever, and they would put them in there.
Oh,
to have
I'm
it
eligible
so
for
they'd have
that,
a place to
probably.
live. And
Well,
then,
if y'all
Kind of like a debtor's thing or something like that. Yeah.
We did
exactly.
a tour with Scott Walker and I at the old state prison where
I
they
would
filmed the
love to
Green
have got
Mile.
in there.
They used to allow me to, the TDOC would allow me to bring some people. They're probably strict now, because things could fall off the ceiling or something, get hurt. But they let us in a few years ago.
We've been to Brushy Mountain State Prison.
Oh, you have?
It's very interesting.
So now it's a what are you, restaurant now?
No, it's got a restaurant in it.
They have a restaurant and a distillery, and then they do daytime tours of the prison.
Yeah.
Brushy Mountain. Yeah. That's
Very interesting place.
It is.
Yeah. So tonight, how many people you expect on this tour tonight?
Well, when I talked to them earlier, there was like 25 people on the 7 o'clock.
And y'all just do a walk tour?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
What if
And everything that we tell you is on an iPad. You get to see the pictures.
Oh,
You get
really?
to hear the EVPs.
For real?
You get to hear the testimonials of the people that own the buildings.
Yeah, we put a lot into this.
Well, how could you? Let me ask you. What about folks that are maybe elderly that can't get out? Could they do a walk, like a ride along in a vehicle or something like that to help?
Well, not actually in a vehicle, but wheelchair is very wheelchair accessible.
We've had wheelchairs. We've had people with canes. We've had people's on the little scooter things with their legs up because they broke them. And
really?
Yeah, it's all on the sidewalk. We're just very careful.
Yeah. And how long does the tour take?
About an hour and 15. Just depends on which
Is it?
guide you get.
Yeah.
Which guide you get, and then the people asking questions, because
Yeah.
we'll field questions at the end, and sometimes it might last an hour and a half.
What's the craziest question you ever had? Can you say?
I can't remember a quite crazy question.
So y'all have had anybody have an experience while they're doing the tour?
Yes.
Have you? Like what was that?
Well, the first or second year we did it, we got to go through the courthouse.
Okay.
So we had this one gentleman with the tour that was saying this was all bunk. You know, he didn't believe in it.
Oh, really?
All this stuff. His wife was the one that wanted to do it. He didn't care anything about it. So we got to the courthouse, and he was rolling his eyes. He had leaned against the wall. And the guide said all of a sudden you saw him jerk forward.
Oh, really?
And he was ready to leave.
For real?
He said somebody pushed him.
Really? Oh, wow.
Did y'all pick up voices, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like I like watch those ghost hunters sometimes. You know, I mean, I've watched them 500 times each one. Now the experience I had at Sam Davis' home. Have y'all ever done that one?
They wouldn't let. They won't let us.
They
in.
won't let it. But somebody did it at one time.
Somebody
years
did it
back.
one time, yeah.
And my thing, I've heard a woman call my voice out twice. A lady on the other crew heard my voice. A woman call my voice out. And then, like I said, and now I read some research, and the EVPs, that when they pick up sounds,
right?
They picked up a woman's voice. So I thought there for a while, well, okay, I might have to go to that Central State down there, but the lunatic farm.
But that's neat. That's neat though that you got confirmation from.
Well, yeah,
from
I did.
another witness.
And then they've heard it too on different places, not there, but at different places, y'all do pick it up.
Yes, we do.
So
But
what
I heard
stopped
this
you?
is- oh, go ahead, man.
Well, what would stop you from just showing up? I mean, just doing a regular tour with Roger. I mean,
Because I mean, if it's his property, that's fine. But,
but if
we're
you're
not.
already paying for a tour, I mean, if you're already there, you know, how come you couldn't just do it?
It depends on the people. We always ask permission. It's just a respect thing. Because if you go in and don't respect what their wishes, that just messes up your reputation. You're not you're not doing.
Why would
anything.
somebody be afraid to
They're
allow
afraid
you?
it's going to get worse if somebody comes in and talks to them.
Wow.
Yeah,
they'll stir up the
ours was,
spirits, is what they're saying.
Well, I mean, is there any evidence that could happen?
It can happen.
Really?
But it's I mean, they have to take power over what is going on in their house. It's their house.
Yeah.
So they have to take back the power.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's a lot of folks that, I mean, us growing up in Smyrna, you've always heard the little music box at, I'm sure,
home,
you know,
yeah.
there's accounts for that. Marty's on hold. He swears he's seen a man walk into the barn. Marty, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah. Did you want to tell that story real quick about Sam Davis home?
Oh, yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's, many years ago, before you were born, I worked with a lady named Miss Beverly. She was the caretaker out there at Sam Davis home. And we had days on the farm. And people would come out there and they'd set up and they'd have fires going to show their wares, how to make soap, how to shear sheep, just all kinds of stuff. They'd have big pots for cooking corn and so on. Well, anyhow, I had my horse out there. I was dressed in a Confederate uniform, and everybody had supposedly left. And I went back and told Miss Beverly, do you need anything else? And she said, just go right around and see if all the fires are out. I did. I got on my horse, and I was riding around. I got halfway around. I got to the front steps of the home, and I saw a man standing over there near the cemetery. And I hollered at him and said, sir, we're closing up. You're going to need to go. And he turned around. He looked. And I said, you really need to go. We need to shut the gates. And he just walked off. And I started following him on my horse. And I kept hollering back at him saying, you need to go. Well, he ignored me, and he walked to the barn. And he got to the barn door, and he didn't open it. He just walked in. Well, I didn't know what to make of it at the time. I get off my horse because he's got no business being in the barn. I open the door. I walk in. There's nobody in the barn. And I'm hollering at him, and then all of a sudden it hit me. He never opened the door. He just walked through the door. And then that's when I realized I had seen an apparition. So while I'm in the barn, I'm looking around, and I found the old carriage in there. And I go back up, and I'm telling Miss Beverly what happened about the man. Well, she just puts her head down, pays me no mind. And she don't want me to talk about it. And then a little while later, maybe a day or two later, I said, there's a carriage in there. I said, we ought to be using that carriage. And she said, well, it's ruined and beyond repair. I said, well, do you mind if I take it home and work on it and see if I can get it going? Well, I did. I got it going. And we used it in a lot of parades and everything. But that wasn't my only experience with ghosts out there, Mike. And Roger can tell you, too, when you go in the house, you can hear people talk to you, or you can hear them talking. And I've seen several shadow people in that house. Roger, you going?
Marty, why don't you? Has anybody come to your house where you live? And because you said your house right there next door to a graveyard, Cane Ridge.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Boy, there've been a bunch of them that have come to my house. When it first come out in the newspaper showing the picture of the 3 children waving at me through the window, I'd come home and there'd be people sitting on the veranda in my rocking chairs waiting on me to get home.
At your house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
The newspaper did a big story on it. Channel 5 News did a big story on it.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. And then it went, I think the term was viral when it goes across the nation. And, oh, man, I had people from everywhere showing up wanting to go through the house. They thought my home was like a bed and breakfast or something.
It looks like bed and breakfast. Now, your house isn't built on a graveyard, is it?
No, the graveyard is right next door to my house.
So you don't think no graves was ever there when you went to build the home?
No, I didn't know graves were there. Uh-uh.
What that story that young man told me about your house, where what was it, like a foster child that you took in or somebody years ago that you helped?
Yeah, years ago I took in children.
Yeah.
That just need a place to stay for a while.
And he claims he woke up at 2 or 3 in the morning and seen was it a blue glow or a green glow? And it looked like a soldier. It was a soldier.
It was a green glow, and there was a soldier in the green glow.
And what he was describing, it something about on his chest. He had like his uniform had certain things on his chest. What do you think that was, World War I or World War II? I mean, Civil War.
Civil War. It was definitely Civil War.
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't the only time he ever saw him either. And then,
because he was so scared, he jumped into bed with you.
Yeah,
he must have been really scared.
That would have been a dark secret.
I took my chance with a ghost.
Yeah,
a demon, whatever it was.
Evil.
You know.
But now there's been several people that ghost investigators.
Yeah.
That have come here and done videos, and I don't know what all you call them, but they set up cameras and microphones.
Oh, at your house they have.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe Beth, Dale, maybe y'all can go by there.
I asked him. He never answered me.
You hear her? She said you didn't get back with her.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
How long?
I don't know why I wouldn't have got back with you. That's not my
Is it a
nature. But anyhow.
Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, it was before his accident.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, shoot.
Yeah.
I can't remember last week, much less before the accident.
Yeah, he's been through some obstacles. That's for sure.
Just a few, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I hadn't bothered him.
Well, Marty, let's line it up.
Me. There's a lady that comes out here with a spirit box.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
What is that? What is that? What's spirit box? What's that?
Those are the ones that scan the radio frequencies.
Oh, okay.
And it might pick up a word. It's hard to make a sentence out of it.
And it's one of those things where it's hard to listen to because it's just constant.
Oh, yeah.
It's very butchered, maybe even, like you said, one word, maybe like evil or something like that.
Yeah.
Do y'all have one of those?
No.
What do you think about it?
I'm not crazy about them, but I mean, other people swear by them, so it's their choice.
Yeah.
I just can't sit and listen to it.
It gives me a headache.
Oh, somebody picked something out too, and I thought, how did they pick that out of the?
Exactly.
And then,
They're making some that are a little bit more clearer now, and just I forget what to call them, the Ovilus or
Ovilus, yeah.
So y'all been to the battlefield?
Oh, yes.
Walk through there?
Yeah.
Is there a certain... Well, Marty talks about... what's the area? The slaughter pen?
Slaughter pen, yep.
Supposed to be the worst area. Have y'all been over there?
We have.
Yeah, Mike. Just... this is me outing myself. I went over there to the slaughter pen and just on a whim took out my phone, like just started talking. Just like, is there anybody here? And I was like, I don't even know if I still have that audio file on my phone, but I'd love to put it through a
like a filter.
Filter processor and so.
Well, Mike Lyles owns the house next door. Well, he's since passed. We ended up becoming, he gave me the biggest chewing out I ever had in my life, but we ended up, ironically, becoming friends. He was a lot like Marty Luffman. He was just real direct and told you what you thought. Wasn't he, Marty?
After all the nice things I said about you the other day.
Hey.
Anyhow.
He was real direct.
We don't need the lies, Marty. We need the truth.
But he claims he had seen something right there at his house. Mike did before he passed.
Oh, I know what I'm saying. I got pictures of the woman.
At your house, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got pictures of a couple of ghosts. But anyhow, I was going to tell you the best time to go to the slaughter pen is like this time of day when it's misty and rainy and a little bit
Oh, really?
cool.
Why is that?
Yeah, this is a perfect time.
Because that's probably what it was doing then.
Okay. Well, the gates were shut because of the federal shutdown.
Yeah.
Because I drove by the day.
Yeah, I will say that it was on December 31st. It was cold and it was misty and it was a little bit of rain. So that's probably why it's probably a good time to go out there and do something like that.
Exactly.
Well, that's when I got my pictures, and that's when I got my recordings. Was this kind of day.
Of course, we've had recordings at 4 o'clock in the afternoon that were just as good as the ones you get in the middle of the night. So.
At what time, you say?
At 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
4 o'clock, okay.
You know, it doesn't matter what time.
Yeah. What do you say to people that are, well, like me, really? I've never seen anything. Now, I've had some weird experiences, but I've never seen anything. Nobody's ever whispered my name other than my wife, Roger, and Mike. But what do you tell folks? Because, like, my mother-in-law, and I love her to death. I mean, nothing against my mother-in-law, but she'll take issue with this. She goes, well, in the Bible, there's no, there is it does talk about ghosts. You know, they thought they seen a ghost when Jesus was walking on the water. But what do you say to skeptics like that?
I mean, they have a right to believe what they want to believe. I've always thought that, the Bible does mention ghosts.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
I mean, and we pray to the Father, the Son, and the Holy
Ghost.
What?
Yes, Holy Ghost, yeah.
And in Luke, there's a passage that says Jesus talking to him, and they're like, "Are you a ghost?"
Yeah.
He said, "Of course I'm not a ghost. Do you not see my hands? Do you not see my feet?"
Yes.
But I am not a ghost.
Yeah.
He doesn't say there are no ghosts.
I was at of all places, I was at a Hindu temple this week. They asked me to say a few words at their Diwali event. Sweet people. These a lot of these Hindu folks that I've become acquainted with, just sweet folks. Senator Mark Pody and Joey Hensley was there. I just read off a proclamation, and one of them, his wife got killed in a car wreck about 3 or 4 years ago. So he brought up, he said, Mike, I've heard you talk about strange coincidences. And he said, sometimes I think things just happen for a reason. We can't explain it. And you could tell he's still grieving the loss of his wife. And so I started, I started talking about my own Christian faith. And I started searching because my wife had just, when I first spoke at the first or second temple, she said, would you share Jesus with them? At the temple, I'm like, well, it's like a little awkward. What do I do? But I started researching, and Doubting Thomas, visited India. And I thought, whoa, this is pretty cool. So I was sharing that with my Hindu friend about that. And Doubting Thomas, he didn't believe. He had to put his hand in the side and then see the holes in his hands and his feet. And I thought, of all places that Thomas decided to go was India. I thought that was pretty cool. But what we got talking, and there was several guys there, and they were telling me that we got talked about good, evil, Ephesians 6:12, and I don't know if they probably obviously didn't know the scripture, but they said they seen an exorcist performed in India, and they said, man, it was the wildest thing. And they said, man, they witnessed it. They said, man, I seen this thing just come out. Well, like the guy just threw it up, and he says, I witnessed it. And them guys they're like, yeah, they're like, yeah, we seen that. And so I thought that was interesting because the Bible talks about that, demon possession. Then the Hindu culture talks about that as well. But you have a lot of that, like skeptics and folks that take issue.
We do.
Yeah.
Mike, could I ask him a question, a paranormal question? Okay, I know Dale, his sister, my cousin.
She's the one that wins everything.
Well, that was going to be my question. This
always
is
winning.
to Beth and Dale, okay? Was that paranormal when Jeff won that chili contest and they won all the door prizes?
I couldn't tell you that.
Mike says it was cheating, but I think it's paranormal.
Well, it is your cousin.
Well, no, but it looked so rigged when it was there.
It did look rigged. I was even doubting my own chili contest because she won the.
I wasn't the one that brought it out. I wasn't even the guy.
Then he won the grand prize. Then she won the second prize. Then she won the Rotary tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's talk about.
I wasn't there, so I can't tell you.
Let's talk about Muckawoon
good
Bridge. We all know Muckawoon Bridge.
Yeah.
That's where you terrified your wife at, wasn't it, on a date?
Beth, tell that story. Tell that story, Muckawoon Bridge.
Which
Hey
one?
guys, let me
There's
say
so many.
goodbye because I'm gonna get off the line here.
Be good,
Let
brother.
Somebody else
All
call
right,
in.
we'll see you.
So
See you, Marty.
listen, ma'am, if you ever want to come to my house, you're more than welcome. Get Roger or Mike to bring you over, okay?
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All
I
right, we'll
gotta
see.
go.
All
Bye.
right, goodbye. Well, tell the story of Muckawoon Bridge. I mean, the old bridge over here at Cannonsburg is the original bridge. Okay.
But there were several versions of that. But back in the day when we were in high school, the woman had a wreck and her children had died there, so she just stayed there and looked for them. And every time you'd go on the bridge, if you turn out the lights and call her name or flash the lights or honk the horn or whatever, she would come along and you could hear her on the roof of your car scratching somewhere on your car. There's so many different ways to interpret some things. So
I'll tell you, I remember
It could be just folklore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sally Walls, the late Sally Walls, was my
knew
neighbor.
her very well.
And I would often ride with her to off of Bass Road. I think she had a relative or something over there. She had a little blue Datsun B210, and we'd ride over there. And every time we go over that bridge, she would tell us a story. But back then, if you remember, the road wasn't like it is now. You took a little left coming from Smyrna onto Allenville Road, and there's that old graveyard that dates back to 1720, 1750.
It goes way back.
And the trees had that canopy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was a scary looking place.
especially at midnight when you were supposed to go.
Yeah, it was scary, But I don't know. Like I was just reading earlier where it was talking about the woman, like you're saying, killed in a car accident on the bridge, crossing over. And that's the woman who haunts it. Whenever couples stop on the bridge to gaze at the moon or something, then it's supposed to, the entity's supposed to leap onto the car or scratch the car or something. And there's another legend about it takes place on Jones Road. I'm not sure where Jones Road is. They're talking about here in this story. This was a D&J story from years ago. That a woman was caught in some kind of radioactive fallout or something, and it covered her or covered her long white hair, and then she, anyways, goes on to haunt the area. But what other interpretation have you heard about that little area that's so familiar with all of us that grew up in Smyrna?
That's the only thing I've heard.
That's the only thing I've ever heard. I don't remember a whole lot of other things. Monkey Woman Bridge was just the place to go.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But it was a one lane bridge, so the car coming this way would have to stop for this one to pass. And
You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
How old a fella are you?
I mean, I remember the bridge at Cannonsburg, so it's a one.
You remember being over there in 1 Mile
Yes.
Lane?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to
I'm
say.
just saying.
I thought when did they take that out, Roger?
I guess what the 70s is whatever. You know, that bridge is actually the oldest steel bridge in Rutherford County back then. And like I said,
when Cannonsburg come in, 76.
Yeah, right in there. You know, so
Yeah,
right.
I was 10.
Oh,
right.
But Mike, when he was, you know,
We were 9.
I know
Yeah.
Mike parked on there one night, and I think he scared the crap out of his now wife. You know,
I don't remember that.
I'm
Well,
surprised she didn't beat him.
Good head. I'm just saying, but anyway, that's the story I heard. I won't leave it at that, okay? But I remember going on there. We had a couple girls, you know, on double date. We stopped on, and the girls were crying.
Yeah.
You know, so needless to say, I'm not married to that one. You know?
Everybody always told, you know, yeah, they had scratches on the top of their car. Or they had scratches on the trunk, you know. So it was just.
You know, I shared this story a couple weeks ago. I had an El Camino back in the day because they were cool, and mullets were cool.
They're still cool.
And
Mullets were cool.
and we were going to roll this girl's house. Man, I forgot. I think it was Michelle. Oh, what was
Michelle Thomas?
No, Michelle lived off Old Asheville Highway. Michelle Gregory. Michelle Gregory, and I think it was that or Ricky Potts or somebody, and we were gonna roll the house, and my wife was driving El Camino. Me and my buddy was down the back of the El Camino, and I told her to stop, man, and she slammed on the brakes, and we went head first over the roof and landed on the asphalt, and I had these little lights on the front, the air dam on the front, and I looked up, the lights were right there in my face, and my buddy landed on me, and she still was laughing about it. I thought I died that night. It was pretty scary.
You shouldn't have said stop.
You know,
she was just doing what you told her to.
Slammed the brakes on, you know. But that, what other haunted places are you'll explore in Rutherford County?
In Rutherford County, mostly on the square up here.
Mm-hmm.
We've done the. What were you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say.
What about Laverne?
Oh, I was.
Hadn't done anything, Laverne.
We did the Stones River Battlefield, and we.
Yep, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Well, that area
That was funny
Edith,
that night, though, because to be able to do that, you have to pay. The only thing you have to pay is for the ranger to stay with you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
you have to pay when you fill out your form.
Yeah, it's a deposit, and then you have to pay the ranger to stay with you because you can't be in there by yourself.
So they do a tour?
No,
or y'all just
no.
contract
You-
with them?
We just did a ghost hunt.
Yeah. The national it's the National Park Ranger who has to go do it.
Yeah.
So y'all coordinate it with them?
Yes.
When do y'all do that?
Well,
we've
we've
done
only
it-
done it
we've done it
once. They
once.
quit doing it.
Oh, really?
And then but when we were there that night, our team was there, and the ranger, he was supposed to stay with us all
Okay.
night, you know, so we didn't.
When you say
wander
all
off.
night, up till what time?
What we had,
4 or 5 in the morning.
You
Do you remember who it was?
No, I don't.
Okay.
4 in the morning?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
supposed to be the most.
3 a.m. is the quote unquote witching hour.
Do what?
But what do y'all do that whole?
We were
That's a
sitting
long
in
time.
different places, running the recorders, taking pictures, talking, videoing.
Yeah.
And we saw nobody else was supposed to be out there. So we saw these people out in the middle of a field.
With a telescope set up
looking at the stars, you know.
Oh.
So this guy, we went back to the ranger, not trying to get him in trouble, but, you know, we didn't want him to get hurt and say, hey, we were out there with them. And
yeah.
Well, we went back to the ranger and told him we seen some other people.
He said, are they real?
Yeah, are they real?
Are they real?
I said, yes. And he said, okay, show me
The
where
real
they're
people.
at.
Well, you know, Mike Lyle's home is right next door. If
Yeah.
you see it, and Mike, like, you know, God rest his soul, he's been passed on about 5 years now, 6 years, and he would tell me, yeah, straight up, yeah, he's seen a few things right outside his home there, you know.
Yeah.
What was it, 24,000 men lost their lives there?
Something like that, yeah.
And there's 6,600 graves. I think it's 6,600 graves up there at Stones River.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah,
Battle of Franklin
that's only the Union.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the 66 graves in that National Cemetery. Well, hold on. It's also not just Civil War. It's also Spanish American, First World War, Second World War, Korea and Vietnam. So have y'all just do stuff around like Rutherford County, locally?
We've been to Old South Pittsburgh Hospital in South Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Tennessee. We've been.
That's one of our favorites.
Yeah.
We've been to
Thomas
Brushy
House-
Mountain.
Thomas House Hotel in Red Bowling
That
Springs.
is
Oh, yeah.
the best.
Have y'all been to the Sensible Tunnel?
Haven't heard of it, but
Yeah, no.
sounds interesting.
It's
I've heard of it, but we haven't been there. We've
so-
done. We did the Hell's Bar and Dam down in Chattanooga. I was right in there.
It's
anyway.
right outside Chattanooga. I forget the name of the town.
And
Helltown.
Helltown, yeah.
And we've done the Ashmore Estates in Illinois. We've done the Octagon House in Kentucky.
Oh, that one's a creepy one.
It is.
I know about that. That's
yeah.
So let's go on Edith Moore, for example. On that church she talks about, you would need to contact the church, get the deacon body to allow you to sit in the parking lot and do something then. If you were going to investigate. She talks about a headless woman. She swears by it when she was a kid. And her sister, I think, had claimed they seen it right there in front of her old house by the gravel pit, right past Stones River Battlefield.
Yeah.
On the left, and she would swear by it. But is that the process to get with the church?
That's
and ask
like
them?
even cemeteries.
Yeah.
We would have to. Most cemeteries are public, which is okay, but you still let the sheriff's department or the police department, whatever area you're
Gotta
in, know you're there.
Yeah.
It's just common courtesy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we don't want to get in trouble. We don't want anybody else in trouble. So.
You know, one time we were heading home from Murfreesboro. It was around October, and I told my wife, I said, just play along with this. And I had my boys in the back, and they were at the time, they were like 6 and 8.
Oh.
And we were going by Roselawn to Smyrna, and I was like, man, I don't know what's going on in my car. And I acted like something took control of the steering wheel, and I was pulling the graveyard. And of all the sons, my youngest one, Peyton, I was kind of proud of him. He like took control. He was like, he's either 6 or 8, and he dived over the unbuckle seatbelt, dived over the car because I act like I couldn't control it and I couldn't stop it, and he grabs up and grabs the keys, turns the keys off, and it freaked the kids out, you know. But we still laugh about it today. You know?
I know. What was that other place? We did New
Oakland's?
Hope.
New Hope.
New Hope
the
Cemetery.
New Hope Cemetery. Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
There's a cemetery going toward Christiana that I guess it's Christiana, somewhere out in there anyway. It's been so long since we've been
Okay.
there. But supposedly in the 1800s, a bunch of people disappeared from that church during a session, and said there was barrels rolling down the aisles that just exploded. They were going out the windows.
Well, y'all gonna talk about that tonight at 7 o'clock. You're gonna be on the square, right?
Yeah. We're not
Commercial
going to
Square.
talk about that.
In front of
but-
Big B Cleaners, 7 o'clock, folks. Come on out. Yeah, how they get a hold of y'all? Facebook.
We have Facebook. We have a website. Just
And the name again on Facebook.
no, excuse me. I got Smyrna on the brain. Shadow Chasers of Middle Tennessee Paranormal Investigation.
All right.
Thank y'all so
Thank y'all.
much.
Thank you.
Dale and Kim.
Thank you, Connor. We'll see y'all next week.